Hi, this is Phil Stone, and this is the Phil Stone Training Series, and in this video we're going to talk about MLM lead generation. Now, keeping in mind this is a very, very involved topic, we're going to touch on the basics so you get an idea of the different areas and directions you can take when you get started. Success in MLM depends upon leads. Bottom line is, as long as you're in network marketing, you're going to be looking for leads, period. You have a number of different ways you can find them. Warm market is one. Local prospecting, traditional advertising, lead purchases, online SEM, online social networking, and online attraction marketing. So let's take a look at the specifics. Warm market, really, remember FFC, as family, friends, and coworkers. Now that's a really interesting topic because lots of people have issues dealing with friends, family, and coworkers. Now, one of the benefits is you've probably already built trust with these people. And in any type of a situation where you're trying to recruit someone into your opportunity, trust is going to be a very, very important component. But there's a problem. When you talk to friends, family, coworkers, people like that, they're going to feel a little bit obligated, which puts them in an awkward position. If they decide to do something with you just because they're obligated, you may feel great about the fact that you've recruited someone, but you really have someone that isn't intending to do anything, is just saying yes to make you feel good. On the other side of things, you may actually alienate people. So it's very, very important that this be done the right way. Local prospecting, this can be very difficult because it's really cold calling work. You can join local groups. There are all kinds of groups that will meet and swap leads together. Usually it's generally associated with services. And by the way, many of those groups, they get together at 7:30 in the morning for breakfast or lunch or after work. Many of them actually prohibit MLM people from getting involved. Now, if you do go to one, watch what they say, pay attention, and don't be too aggressive. You have to have patience. Matter of fact, you have to have patience in all of this. You can gather business cards and follow those up. You can find business cards all over the place. You can go to fairs and home shows, things like that, gather business cards. I can tell you, if you're going to an event and gathering business cards, do not call those cards right away because those people weren't looking for an opportunity. They're trying to develop their own business. Let some time go by and then call them up after they've already gone through the leads. Maybe they had poor results at that show and they're thinking, man, I wish I had a better way, and your call might be very timely. Just make sure you do it at the right point in time. The referral approach, when you're out and about, always asking people, hey, who do you know who would like to have an opportunity? Who do you know who might be interested in this? Referral approach is really a much better way if you're just talking to people out in the world, because you're not going to be pushing directly at them. Makes them feel more comfortable and typically will make you feel more comfortable. Now, one of the things you're going to have to deal with is people are going to be very resistant. There's no question about it. You're going to get lots of people that say no, oftentimes even before you've been able to tell them what you want to talk about. So rejection is really a big part of this. And when you're rejected, oftentimes it's very difficult to deal with. One of the problems with this is maybe you are thick-skinned enough to be successful doing this type of prospecting work, but it's very difficult to duplicate it because most people are not. Remember that. Now, traditional advertising, radio, TV, print, putting up billboards, maybe things on the side of a taxi cab. I mean, all the different advertising things that you can put out there, direct mail. All of these things are difficult and expensive, and traditionally in network marketing, they don't work very well. I have to say there was a point in time when that's all we had, but they're very, very difficult. So be aware of that. And by the way, with this type of advertising, you'll generally find the most success if you're promoting a particular event. Like, let's say, for example, that your company has weight loss products and you decide to offer a free seminar about weight loss, maybe sponsored by some group or some company locally. You can advertise that traditionally and get some results, but going directly after your opportunity is really very difficult. Lead purchases, that's another way to do it. You take your pile of money and you give it to somebody else for a bunch of names. And what happens here, you either have to do telemarketing or direct mail or email to be able to work those names. And typically what you're going to want to do is drive those people to some type of a website, capture site, that kind of thing. You won't normally go directly into pitching your opportunity right in your telemarketing script or your direct mail piece or your email piece. But I want you to be aware of something. Many of the list brokers out there sell lists over and over and over and over again. So be very careful about this. What you want to do is you want to find a reputable place. Maybe you get them by referral and start with a small sample. This is something that can take a whole heck of a lot of time and be very, very frustrating. So be aware of that. Now, online search engine marketing is really a great way to go. It can take a little bit to learn how to do pay-per-click, but pay-per-click opportunities are all over the place. Any place you see advertising online, you can be there. And if you do this correctly, you can really do extraordinarily well. But keep in mind, when you try to advertise your direct opportunity, you're going to get less results than if you advertise solutions to people and then draw them into your opportunity. Search engine optimization, no question about the fact that that's a great method, but I'll tell you, it's really very, very, very competitive. I mean, there are some websites that I might be able to put up and in the course of a couple of days get them on the front page of Google for those keywords. The more competitive the keywords, however, the longer it takes. I've had competitive keywords where it's taken me 4, 5, 6 months to actually get the thing to show up on the first page at all. It takes consistent effort, but it's certainly worthwhile, something that's definitely worth learning about if you intend to do this for the long haul. Now on the other side you have social networking. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, those are the biggies right now. And of course with something like LinkedIn and Facebook, you can actually do pay-per-click advertising right there. You also can get involved in groups. You can offer seminars and webinars to people in those groups. So there's a lot of ways to do this, but it's somewhat rather indirect. That's the approach you have to take. YouTube, you can actually do a pay-per-click type of thing there. You can be the sponsored video. You pay a little bit and you wind up getting leads as a result of people going to your video. It shows up right there first on the list for a number of different keywords. And then of course Twitter can be used in a number of different ways. You can do it like a traditional networking, or you can use something like TweetAdder, which is what I use, and really do it to drive traffic to websites. And typically what I do is try to drive traffic to solutions. All of these are very viable opportunities. Attraction marketing, that's the big one. That's what everybody wants to do. They want to find a way where they don't have to go out and look for people. They actually set themselves up as an expert and people look to them. I mean, if you're in a situation where everybody's after you, it's a much more fun way to do things, but that's not easily done. Now, attraction marketing, it's really something that takes some time to develop. I mean, think about this. You're going to have some type of a central blog site, like a WordPress blog site is your central hub, jam-packed with all kinds of solutions that can help all kinds of people. That's exactly what I try to do with philipjstone.com. Check it out. You'll see why I do what I do. You're going to also continually have to create or purchase unique solution-oriented content. And I suggest you create it yourself. And that would typically be articles and video. You can use audio, but audio itself without a visual is not near as powerful. You're going to want to establish expertise, and you can do this with free events like webinars that you offer, things that you can do online, giveaways, testimonials, all of those things help. Giving away value, having people talk about what value you've brought to them. You have to establish your expertise. And joint ventures can be very, very powerful here too. Work with other people, maybe in your company or people who have similar objectives online, and work together to create a little bit of a tribe, a little bit of a team that has the same basic set of goals. Oftentimes you'll find Facebook groups that will do exactly that. If you want to find out more about this, it's a huge topic and you can actually be studying it forever. Go to philipjstone.com. Remember, there's 2 L's in Philip, /MLM-lead-generation/. I'll be there waiting for you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.